Okay guys, we have another cable winch drum here. This is from the same customer who I've been helping with their other drums. This is a unit that they have been working on trying to get apart because they need to modify it just like they have the other ones. And they tried to get the shaft pressed out and it won't budge. He says that they have a 30-ton bottle jack press and couldn't get it to move. They asked me if I had a way to press it out of there, and I said I've got a Dake 50-ton press. I don't know if it'll get it, but maybe we can give it a shot. So they brought it to me. It's not a rush or anything like that. It's more of a side project. And we're gonna go ahead and put it in the Dake and see if we can get it pressed out. Now, a couple days ago, when they brought it in, I went ahead and I did bring my torch down here. There it is, because I was expecting to have to use it on that other drum. And I went ahead and heated it up pretty darn hot, all down here, all the way around, got it super hot. I wanted to try to get everything hot, let it grow, and see if it'll try to break that bond. And then I went ahead and started spraying the knocker loose down in there, and it worked its way down in there. So I'm hoping with the heat and some of that knocker loose that it might free the bond that it has in there and see if we can press it out. I know that it would work better if we can get some tonnage on it and heat it at the same time, but then I would have to take my torches there back down to the home shop. And unfortunately, that's where the press is at. I'm planning on getting the press down here to the shop. We just haven't got to that point yet because I got to move a bunch of things out of there in order to get the press out of there. So we're gonna load this up. We're gonna take it to the home shop. I'm gonna see if I can get it set up in the Dake, and we'll put some pressure on it and see if we can get that shaft to move. I don't know if we can, but we'll give it a try. far enough. There we go. Okay, now we can bring it up. We'll have to go back down. Next set of holes. And we're going to double pin it. All right, I got to get my earplugs in because I got to use the hammer. My ears and the hammer noise just do not get along anymore. Protect your hearing if you can. If you guys are young, you're gonna appreciate it later in life. All right, there's that one. Oh yeah, there we go. There we go. So we got double pins there. Make sure it's off the cable here so that doesn't get stretched. Yeah, I didn't realize those spun on me. Let's get these back in place. There we go. I just realized I set it in there upside down from the way that I was going to press it. I just got in a hurry. So we're just going to slide this back off, flip it over, put it back on there, put the pins back in, and then we'll come back and get it set up. Got to find my hammer. Yeah, it fell down in the floor sweep here. All right. Let's get it positioned where we need to on these blocks here, and I think we'll be ready to press. Just making sure that it's going to clear, that the keys aren't going to hit or anything, so it's clear of our blocks. I think we're ready to start putting some tonnage on this guy. I am going to go ahead and we're going to put a little bit more of our knocker loose, just to see if it might help on this side right here. I don't know if it will, but might as well give it a shot, right? All right, and then I like to put something softer between the workpiece and the ram. So we got this aluminum block here. And I think we are ready to press. I got everything off the table. I just know from experience, if you're doing something that releases the pressure a lot, it makes a lot of noise. Things on the table are going to bounce up and fall off and hit you in the feet. So I think we're ready. How about you? Are you ready?
I am ready.
All right. I'm going to have to probably pump this thing pretty hard. And I will say, past uses, I have been known to put cheater pipes on this thing when we've had to get rotor shafts out of the armatures. I had to put a little extra torque on that bar to get it to break loose. And sometimes things didn't break loose. This is where it'd be really nice if I had my rosebud to get this thing hot, but we've already got it moved down there and I didn't feel like moving it back. So we're gonna see if the 50 ton will press it. If this one won't, there's some other bigger presses in town that they can take it to. Let's see what happens. Yeah, there we go. See what I mean? I don't know if it's putting a pure 50 ton on there because that cylinder needs to be repacked. It needs new seals, but that is a lot of pressure. I've just about got everything I can get on it. There it goes. There it goes. There it goes. There it goes. I'm glad you got that. Hey, it moved. All right, that's good. That's good. Let's see if it'll pop again. You like that, don't you?
Nice.
All right, I'm just looking. That's usually what happens when you got something so dang tight. Now we're getting somewhere. All right, I need a break for a sec. This is giving me my workout for the week. Hey, I'm happy though because we're getting it done. We're getting it done. The old Dake is gonna get it done again. Now we'll have to find a something to push. Let me find something I can put in there and get. I don't know how far we've got to go through there with that thing. I don't know if that's a board that goes all the way through, the same diameter, or what. Let me find something to press on though. Oh, look at that. All right, what I'm gonna do, go ahead and just put this here as like a buffer. If it drops out of there, it doesn't just slam down on that end. Now we need it over here in the Kentmore. That's it. So it looks like it's a straight bore all the way through there, so we've got a long ways to go. I might try to get it over here, see if I can use the electric press. Come on. Oh, there we go. Okay. Abby wants to give it a shot.
I want to see how it felt. I'm not tall enough.
Yeah, it's up there.
Am I going up far enough? That's as far as it's going.
Yeah, you're doing good.
I'm not going to be able to move tomorrow. Am I doing anything?
Yeah, it's moving.
Okay.
Every time you pump it.
And get a step stool.
Yep. That was one of the downfalls whenever Dad wanted to make this thing bigger, because we built this whole frame. He wanted it taller so we can accommodate larger work pieces.
Ugh.
And then you got to do that. You got to like really reach up.
You've been doing this for like 30 minutes. I don't understand.
Yeah, it'll give you the work. Oh, wait. We're out of travel. All right. So, see, we need to release that, and then we'll put another spacer in here. Like that. I was sure hoping it was going to be relieved where we didn't have to go all the way through it, but it looks like it is a straight bore all the way through there.
But we're getting it.
Yep. So, give it another go. You're almost out of there. And you are wearing your work boots, so you're good. You're good there.
I don't feel like I'm doing anything.
Yeah, it's moving. You see it going down?
Okay.
All right, here. Let me switch up. I'll take it.
I'm a wimp.
Oh, that's the easy. It's about to come out. It's about to come out.
Okay.
There it is. There it is. Let's pull this shaft out. Let's see if we got some galling on here. I can tell it was dry as a bone. all the way through there. Yeah, see, it's just a lot of corrosion. You can see the corrosion that was built up in there. This is a really, really old system. I mean, the other ones, they said, you know, were built back like in the 50s. So this, I don't have no idea how old this is, but this is just decades of it sitting together in corrosion. And this is the strongest bond that kept it so tight right there. But I'd like to think that our heating and spraying the knocker loose in there helped kind of break this up a little bit so that it would release. Glasses are fogging up. All right. Well, this is exactly what they wanted, and I'm glad that we were able to get that done. So we'll get it on out of here, and that's gonna kind of wrap up what we got to do. Got the attack dogs next door.
Little ankle biters?
Yep. All right, there we go. There's a better look at our shaft now. All right, there we go.
So anytime we travel and we do something strenuous, what do? We go get pizza.
Pizza and beer.
So I'm wondering.
Is it pizza and beer day?
I feel like it could be.
Yeah, I think it could be too. Well, this job is done for our end anyway. That's all they wanted, was just to try to get that shaft pressed out, and we did, and it worked out fine. There wasn't any kind of damage. And now that we got the shaft out of there, I can actually see how this is built. So it is hollow in the middle. It's hollow in the middle. So to me, this looks like some kind of casting, but I would imagine that's cast steel, not cast iron. But you can see that it's hollow in the middle. So you have a journal on both ends of the drum there. Okay. So I know they're going to do something. I don't remember exactly why they have to narrow these, but it's a specific application. They use it for driving piling in the grounds. A lot of marine applications where you're driving wooden piling in for docks and things like that. And it has to do with the cable winch system that picks the logs up, that the piles, I guess it would be. So anyway, they're probably going to end up doing some cutting and welding this back together some way. And I would imagine they may end up having to do something with the shaft, maybe shorten it. I'm not sure. Hopefully this end can just be left alone like it is, and if they need to shorten it, we can basically just cut it and turn it, you know, just basically shorten this end if they need that done. But anyway, I'm gonna leave it here so that when he comes to pick it up, we can just roll it right off onto his truck. But anyway, I'm happy that came out. This has been on my mind for a couple of days now, whether or not the dake was going to get this pressed out. And I'm happy that it got it done, you know. The old dake got the job done once again. So anyway, that's it for today. This job is done, and we'll see you on the next project.